Well, Hillside, it was opened in 1911. A lot of it was played towards the train track, which is to my left. Somewhere in the mid-60s, they decided to sell some of the land for housing at the back end of the course and built the back nine that's synonymous with Hillside Golf Club. From then, from 1965, we're playing it in its current guise now. My name's Chris Ball, I'm a course manager at Hillside Golf Club in Southport. I've been associated with this golf club for 30 years. The relationship with Bernhard goes way back. Probably mid-90s, we used to get a mobile grinder in called Peter Fletcher. He was a fascinating man, and he used to come in with a set of grinders in a hot dog trailer. This is before we had power in the shed, so we had to take everything down the clubhouse, strip everything down outside in the clubhouse, often in the pouring down rain, because you'd only do it in the winter. And I was generally the one who ended up going down there with Peter, so I started to learn the ins and outs of the grinders. He'd come twice a year, then we'd do winter and summer grinds, and we'd start to see the benefits. You go on about the quality of cut, but you'd soon see it dip off, and you're like, where's Peter gone? He's not here. So club invested in the grinders, and then Peter came out, spent a couple of days with me, got me the feel for doing it, and I was probably doing most of the grinders in my previous time here. But this was in the old days. There's very rare a moment when someone doesn't leave these sheds freshly sharpened. Then Hillside's looked great since I've been associated with it, and it's just these little key elements are all part of the package that just make Hillside what it is. More frequently grinding, having your own in-house mechanic, which I brought back with me when I got this job. It was key that Hillside was missing that, and that's another piece of the jigsaw that we've now sorted.
I've worked with Bernhard's for about a year now. It's so much quicker than other companies. You have to strip the whole unit down to get to the cylinder, to sharpen the cylinder, and then sharpen the bottom blade, and then build it all back up. So it's labour time. When I can sharpen the whole mower up in a few hours, it could take me a couple of days to sharpen the whole mower up using a different product. Reason why to keep the machines nice and sharp is the quality of the grass cut, to make sure the grass actually itself is not bending over, to make sure it's standing up so the ball rolls along nice and smooth. With Bernhard's cuts, you can sharpen your units up fairly regular, so you don't have to worry about the machines being blunt, and it just makes all the grass nice and healthy as well. As we're hosting the Cazoo Classic, I've just got to be wary of the setting up the machines. We don't want to set them up too early in case obviously the course dries out with the sun, so we've got to make sure we get it right. Neil from Bernhard's comes and supports you. He's bringing all the tournament support with him. He's bringing grinding units down to help us. And obviously with Bernhard's new machines are a lot quicker as well, so we can turn around a lot more stuff.
The first time when we had the British Masters a couple of years ago, we were a bit like rabbits in the headlights. It's like we didn't know what to expect. We've hosted open qualifying and all the other things that we just mow the greens at night and put an extra roll on the greens in the morning. But this was a different animal, the Masters. You suddenly learnt a whole new way of setting a golf course up. This time we're doing it our way. So Neil knows each machine like the back of his hand. It's great to have him come in. It just puts a smile on everyone's faces because, you know, Neil's Neil, and it gets on well with the mechanics. He's done so many tournaments, so he knows the likelihood of what the tour are going to want. They've all got their own little setups that they like to see. So Neil pretty much knows all the tricks in the book to try and get to that. After the Masters, we had a feedback session with the pros. The one thing that really annoyed them was the red stone. As they stood over a putt, they could hear it from anywhere. It's amazing to think they can. They can put up with planes flying above and crowds and golf buggies, but it was the crunching of the stone that really irritated them. That was something that we thought about then, right? How can we do it? And we saw other clubs taking on the renovations of digging up the stone and path. And it was always, oh, it's not going to be possible on a golf course as busy as Hillside, you know, 160 to 200 people a day. Can they take that amount of traffic with buggies and trolleys? And other than periods like this when it's really dry, when you need your irrigation to perform, they stand the test of time. You know, we've done most of them we can do in-house now. We've got a couple of big projects to do. Because once we've done a newly turfed path, we spend the first couple of months with rotary mowers on it, just keeping it, trying to get it thickened up, keep overseeding and top dressing so we're not damaging the cylinders as much. And then when we see the times right, then we'll start bringing some cylinder mowers in, start at a particular height of cut it, dress it, water it, lower the height, and we just gradually nibble away to avoid too much battering of the cylinders and bed knives. We don't go at it like a bull in the china shop. You know, we don't try and reduce it from that to that in one go. We'll just bring it down slowly, another little scattering of sand and water, and just tease it into play, and then once we've got them where we want them, we're good to go. With the warmer climates, we're all mowing 12 months of the year, so you're not going to get that quality of cut if you're not getting them sharp. If you can get yourself a set of your own grinders, then it's as important as buying the latest greens mower. You know, they're not going to perform unless you've got them sharp.